Hello, I'm alone in Finland. This is Eva Online, and I thought I'd just done something as a bit of a video, but I wanted to put a bit more explanation in it. So let's do the start again. Um, so PvP. Let's talk PvP for a new person. If you're a new player and you want to get into PvP, the best way to do it is to find a corp, right? To do it with a corp. The reason that I'm going to say this, right now I am transiting the low sec pipeline between Jita and Heck. I'm going that way, so I'm going back towards back towards Heck. And this place is Ganker Central, and it's a good representation of what you will find in PvP, because as a new player, if you start off solo and you just go straight into PvP, so you just get a ship, you take it to low sec, you're gonna lose it, and you need to think of that mentality. You are going to lose it. You are not going to succeed, and you're not going to succeed for a while. Your successes will be pure luck as opposed to anything else, because that's what you come across. A good example of this is what we're going to come up to right now, because I've just been through this this system to lose a ship. I was sort of doing it deliberately, as you'll see in the video, as you'll see in the rest of this video. But the thing is that the majority of PvP is done in groups, and if you want to do it yourself, the best way to do it is actually to go into faction warfare. There are sites in faction warfare that sort of limit who can come into it, but that being said, it doesn't limit it to 2 people. So if you're in there and somebody else comes in, you have to keep scanning, you have to keep on your directional scanner, you keep scanning for anybody else that are coming close to you, set your limits and things like that, and keep an eye on everything. But the best thing to do for PvP is actually mentality. It is fitting a ship that you can afford to lose, that you know you're going to lose. I had about half an hour to play today, and I found a ship in my sort of stockpile that I don't remember fitting it up. So I was just like, oh well, we could lose this. I'll take it out and I'll lose it. And as I was taking it out, I was like, oh wait, actually I know this is a good idea, and I'll take it through this particular place. So that instead of going out to a fight that I was probably going to lose, I was going to a fight that almost definitely was going to lose, because of the time that it is just now and who I knew was going to be on this route. So we're about to jump into Meridem, and there is usually a massive camp right on the gate here. So as I hop in, this place should light up. There we are. So we're in Meridem. There's a few things going on here. Number one, you can see these are the guys that will attack us in a second in this video, and I might be able to slip through at the moment. So we have some people running logistics. They're transferring cap and armor to keep themselves healed up, but that means that they've got the attackers, like for instance there's Talos, Vigilant, a few other things, and then they've got a few things on Eros for repping them. So they're sort of built up. On top of that, in this station here, they have backup. They have a few different battleships and things like that if it gets hairy, and I imagine there might be a capital in there as well. And then here is the sort of load of decloaking stuff that they've got as well. So if you're coming gate to gate, there we go, I'm immediately scrammed the second they're decloaked. That's perfectly fine, it is what is intended. But this is what's decloaked is. Trying to warp again, and they have got that lock-in down in under a second. So your man is sensor boosted to the max, and popped is there. So that's sort of what will happen. You're rocking through in a pod, you get an immediate warp off, and they can still snap you down in that time. And they have things for decloaking, cloaked ships coming in. That's why the bookmarking thing, what I said in the bookmarking video about bookmarking off to the side, so that as you come through it, you're not coming through in a particular run. And you'll be able to sort of jump around about those things as a cloakie and hopefully get through the gate before they can actually attack you. And again, that's your normal experience in PvP. That's what you're going to get as a beginner. So be prepared for that. You might get some wins, you might not, but it's just a good thing in general to be prepared for that sort of event. So, now that that's been said and you've seen what's going on, let's jump back to the past and show you what happened the first time around. I've got about half an hour before I have to do anything, so I hopped on for half an hour and I found this ship. Just in amongst, I've got tons of ships, it's stupid how much stuff I've got. That's just like unused and unmaintained or anything like that. So this is a 500 million ship. It's got rapid heavies, a Nosferatu, it's got cap injector, disruptor, stasis grappler, and then some smaller stuff. So as you can see, this ship looks to be geared towards hitting against smaller things. It's not got an armor plate on, so it's not built for tanking against its own size. And honestly, I have no real memory of it. By the way, it's also called bad fit. So there was something wrong with it when it was built, and I don't know what it is. So I figured I would take this out and just lose it, because why not? And that's actually, like, it's a good mentality to be in. If you're going to do in PvP, you are expecting to lose that ship. If you go out looking for PvP and you would, like, you'd feel bad for losing your ship, then don't do it, because you're gonna feel bad because you're probably gonna lose your ship. Whereas if you go outside, if you go out into dangerous systems, wherever you want to go to lose that ship, and you're expecting to do it, you know that you can do it and you can know that you can handle it. It's a better way to PvP because you're expecting that in your camera in the fight as well. So it affects your mentality and how you feel about when you eventually lose that ship. Because if you're doing PvP, the ship you're flying will be lost at some point. For the vast majority of us. Yes, I know there's that little group out there that's going to go, well, actually, I have had this ship since 2003 and it's been my best one and fantastic and all that stuff. And yeah, rock on for you, man. But for the most of us, if you're going out to do something, if you're like me, where you are not heavily skilled, you're an average player in all means, then this is what it is. You're going to lose something. We have jumped into a system with 24 people and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 red flashes. Hey, look at that. Booyah. I'm not actually going to pick that fight because that is a straight loss. Just no chance in hell of getting through that. So there was multiple cruisers on the gates and there was multiple other things just off from the gate. Is he going for it? Alright, I'm gonna warp to the next gate. These guys are going for it by the looks of things. Yes. So we are gonna inject, we are gonna turn on. Your man has taken me. We are on. We are going to run the first cycle of a Ripper. Keep an eye on the drones, keep an eye on the drones. Second Ripper on for a single cycle. Your man is tanking. He's getting ripped. Yep, they get too much rep on that. No way of tanking it. Dropping low on cap. So we're going to punch some just to maintain. What have we got? Let's take him. They're trying to bump me off the gate. They don't realise that I don't care about the gate. There we go, we've lost it. So this is it. You win some, you lose some. We have got a Talos, a Naga, a Vigilant. Oh, there we go, they've got it proper now. Booyah! So, that's what you can expect. And if you're fast enough and you're off the clock, you can warp away, but I'm not. Your man has got a fast lock time on that Gnosis. That's nice. Obviously, I can't jump from here. So, Pod Express. I got the GFs in local before we go. There we go, lose a ship. Nice and simple. Now, you might be wondering why I've gone out and done that and I've recorded it. And it's literally because I thought, this is a good example. If you're doing PvP, this is your primary example of what's going to happen, because this is the vast majority of PvP for new players. You're going to get a ship, you're going to fit your ship, in my case I just sort of found it, and you're going to go out looking for PvP and you're going to come across a gate camp. And when you come across a gate camp, you're going to get absolutely wimped, because as you can see, I could get that Gnosis' tank, I could break through it, no problem. But then he's got 2 logistics cruisers there. And once he starts getting the logistics cruisers, they were alternating cycles, so that they are just keeping them at half armor. Just keep me keen so that I keep going for it. Swap onto a different target. Nah, that's not going to happen. That's it. And they just start bringing them in and in and in. Obviously, you can't see my overview from there, but at the end, we had 7 ships that had come in, and 3 of them were logistics cruisers. So, as a single battleship, I am not getting through that. Just nice and simple. As a cruiser or anything like that, you're just not going to get it, because that's a more solo experience, because gate camps are a nightmare. If you're out in nullsec, the gate camp usually initiates because you come through a jump gate and you've got bubbles up and you can't go anywhere. So you can't warp out and they're immediately there. If you've got, there are a few modules that you can use to get around these things. Has this got it? Let's have a spy. So you have enduring indiction nullifiers. Now, while you are cloaked at a game, you can like immediately hit this, then hit warp, and you can jump out of those bubbles. So it's a way to get around it. But again, there are risks. They might be able to target you. That guy actually got his lock on my pod really fast. I was impressed there. But that's just a general thing, and that's what you sort of need to expect when you're going into PvP. Now, I know that's not the shiny example that everybody loves to show, because everybody loves to show, oh my god, this is what I did, and I did this, I did these 2 against 1, or I got the ship that was much bigger, and all of that jazz. And we've all got some of those, because we all get lucky, and some of it is skill. Again, I'm not skilled at this stuff. It's something I do for a laugh every once in a while, but I think it's important, again, to show that's going to be the majority of your experience if you go out, is that you might get more one-on-one, and that's what faction warfare is sort of geared towards. Some of it, I'll explain that in a second, but the majority of PvP will happen as you're transiting. So I'm just going to go and have a look at this. Oh, there's a ship, I'll target that ship. Oh, there's another ship, there's another ship, there's another ship. That's it. You've got, these guys have got backup. That particular place where I got ambushed is well known for that, because there's a station right off to the side, and what I could see as I came in on my overview, obviously it's off to the right, is I could see everybody on gate that you saw, but also on the off to the station that was on the right of my view, there was a whole load of people undocked at that station in battleships and things like that, so they were set up for ganking. This is afternoon on a Sunday, so game time we are at 10:15, just before downtime on a Sunday. So this is everybody up and active. In the evening it'll get more so, but this is a standard Sunday sort of thing. Whereas you've seen from my previous video, that exact same route, I could take an industrial through at some point. Much like the battle badger. I could take this through at some point, and I wouldn't get affected because these guys are usually on at the weekend, so picking your quieter time to do the routes is a better idea. If you want to get into PvP, I'm going to put another video up not too far after this. I'm a bit busy today, but I'll do some stuff later on about faction warfare. So I'm going to drop into faction warfare for a little while and show you what that's about and how it's very good for a beginner and how to get into it. But there you go, an honest experience of PvP and EVE for a new person, for a newer player. Obviously, I'm skilled up the wazoo and I still got wrecked like that. So good thing for you to know. Thanks for watching. Fly safe if that's what you choose to do. I'll speak to you later. Bye. So as I was just editing that, I realised that there was something I didn't actually speak about that I wanted to talk about. If you want to go out and do PvP, there are plenty of these systems around about where a lot of people are doing these gate camps and things like this. And this is actually a good place to learn. Not getting blown up, obviously. But if you go to those systems at an active time and chat to the people, you'll probably get blown up if you're just cool about it. Go there on a shuttle, get popped, whatever. But you'll get the names of the people and you can chat to them. And almost every pirate group, they're all nice and friendly. They get their jollies by causing pain, but they're still friendly players of a game. And you can join them. You can like chat to them and say, is it okay if I join? Could I run with you for a little second? There's a group of players that I keep jumping past that, oh, they absolutely hate me because I pull the same trick on them every single time. I pull a decoy trick where I get my alt to jump in because I'm jumping in with a mission running ship. And it's a little frigate, so I get my alt to jump in first. They target the alt, and they like a split second after, the main jumps in and just warps away, and I just sacrifice a ship every time I go through. So it cost me like 220,000 disc every time to get through to do this mission, but the mission reward is like 5 million every time it comes up, so it sort of pays for itself. But I've been doing this to them every time, and they've got this long list of kills of completely empty ships that have uncloaked in front of them and then started to move towards them while targeting. So they've locked up, started the fight, and not noticed the second ship whipping past them to go and do the mission. But these groups are really friendly. These guys still talk to me. They're enraged that I keep pulling the same trick with multiple ults, but it's still something that they're happy enough to chat about and stuff like that. And I've had invites from pirate groups and things like that multiple times. Long ago when I was in the Final Stand Corporation, we were pirating that corporation for ages. I think maybe over a year we were running pirate in one particular sort of, not in a gateway, not in a transit system, but in a particular system that had a lot of resources around about it. And it was fun to do. It's something that's good. So just go out and talk to them. If that's your bag, if you want to give it a shot, go out and talk to them, run for a while. Remember that if you attack somebody unprovoked in low sect, you will get standing hit, so your standings will drop, and it's something that you need to bring back up. If you want to bring it back up though, all you need to do is fit out a ratting ship. You could use a Tengo with a cloak on it to make it ultra safe, or you could just take out a basic ratting ship, a basic cloak on it, out to nullsec, and spend a couple of days upping your status with them. The basic way to do it, if you want to get that security status back, is one ship, like you kill the biggest ship, the biggest NPC ship that you can find, and then jump immediately to a new system. So you don't go ratting through all of the belts, you just kill the biggest one and then jump to the next system, kill the biggest one again, because it's the separate systems, and it takes like 15 minutes for you to get a security status gain from another ship in that same system. So in that time you can jump to a new system, pick up some security status in that one, and sort of move through a few systems in a ring and try and get stuff back up. So something to be aware of. And just in general, I hope that's helpful to people. I hope that's a good description and sort of relevant to what you see if you're planning on doing that, and some help about getting into it if you're doing that. These pirates that are actually in the Jita Heck pipeline, they are fairly friendly guys in general, so if you chat to them, they'd be more than willing to have a new person start up. You might not get sort of full trust immediately, obviously, because of what you're doing, but there's a few people there that would invite you and chat away to you. So if that's your bag, then don't want to yuck on anybody's yum. That should help you out if you're going that way. Otherwise, you want to sort of avoid these things, do your bookmarks, find safe way around it. If you're going through at primary times, you need a cloakie. As you saw there, how quickly they managed to lock my pod. It shows you how heavy the sensor boosting is. There's no way around that in general. Or you need something that's warp stabilized as a standard and then an extra warp stabilizer on top of it. So these are the sort of things. Thanks for watching. Have a good time. See you later. Bye.